And I know that was the work of the Lord. That was God using him to bless me, because the Lord already knew what I had coming up, y'all. Bait but kind of summer. He was like, listen, B, you going to go through some shit. You going to go through some more shit. And you going to come out on top. It's going to be some people who was there for you. It's going to be some people who was not there for you. But you're going to appreciate the people who was there for you. I am just sitting up in bed, and this is a self-reflection post. I moved today, like literally today. I moved today, and my last space that I moved from, it was a stepping stone. I had a rough patch in my life, and I needed help, and someone was there to help me, and they got a place for me because I wasn't able to. And so today they made me a promise, and I made my promise to them. And so I moved. As soon as I was able to get something in my name, I moved, and I've been moving all day. And my friend who helped me, she texted me earlier because I was in the process of like moving and shaking and stuff, and she was like, I'm proud of you. And that meant the world to me. And so once I got to my apartment and I was unpacking, I literally unpacked everything from my living room, kitchen, and my room. I unpacked everything, put the dishes, the food, everything up. Okay, I said it to say this. So I came in my room and I found the initial piece of paper of a situation that I was going through years ago with this court case I was fighting. And I found that piece of paper, and I wanted, like, my initial reaction was kind of like aggy, but once I opened the paper and I started reading it, I just felt a sense of relief, because I realized what I fought and what I overcame, number one. Number two, I just had to thank God. I could not give nobody else this credit but the man above. When I tell y'all, no lie, I was not a religious. And so once I got to my apartment and I was unpacking, I literally unpacked everything from my living room, kitchen, and my room. I unpacked everything, put the dishes, the food, everything up. Okay, I said it to say this. So I came in my room and I found the initial piece of paper of a situation that I was going through years ago with this court case I was fighting. And I found that piece of paper, and I wanted, like, my initial reaction was kind of like aggy, but once I opened the paper and I started reading it, I just felt a sense of relief, because I realized what I fought and what I overcame, number one. Number two, I just had to thank God. I could not give nobody else this credit but the man above. When I tell y'all, no lie, I was not a religious. I was saying I wasn't a religious or a spiritual person at all, ever in life. I actually ran away from God until I actually did not have a choice. But, and when I went to God, my whole life changed. Like, damn near instantly. I said that to say this. I can never ever stray away from God, because he has showed me time and time again, even before I went to him, after I came to him and everything came full circle and I came to really understand, like, he's always been there for me. He's never left me, never forsaken me. Everything I go through work out for the greater good. Everything I went through was for I literally had no choice. I literally had no choice but to go to God. And excuse, I switched filters because the other one was kind of lagging. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't got time for that. And I look like hell, little sister. But y'all, let me tell y'all, I'm fucking tired. I worked a double Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I've been up since 9 o'clock moving. And it is now 12:15. So I look a little tired. And because I am. But anyway, I said that to say this. He's never left me or nor forsaken me. And when I hit my rock bottom, I had no choice but to turn to God. And sometimes that's what it takes. And now I'm humbled. Not only am I humble, I'm really content, because that was my biggest fear, was to lose everything and not be able to provide for my child. And that was taken. So once that happened and my power to be a parent was stripped from me, and I didn't have no choice but to turn to God and go up. Real talk. And I mean, it's so crazy because I always tell my friend this, because I remember when I first started going through, I hadn't even begun to go through the storm. No lie, I haven't even begun. And I remember the first two incidents was devastating. And I remember talking to my friend, and he telling me about this fucked up year he had, and how stuff kept on happening. And he did a whole timeline, month and dates of stuff that occurred that year that was the worst year of his life. And he shared that experience with me, and I didn't even know that. This been my friend for damn near 20 years, and I didn't even know he went through that in that specific year. I remember him telling me, this happened, that happened, this happened. Not verbatim, but kind of summary. He was like, listen, B, you gonna go through some shit. You gonna go through some more shit, and you gonna come out on top. It's gonna be some people who was there for you. It's gonna be some people who was not there for you. But you're gonna appreciate the people who was there for you. And he was one of those people who was there for me, because when I didn't have shit, nothing at all, he gave me a job, gave me a secondary way to make money, and gave me a car. And I know that was the work of the Lord. That was God using him to bless me, because the Lord already knew what I had coming up, y'all. And I wasn't ready for what came after that conversation. I wasn't going to share this, but since I said a timeline, I'll go ahead and give you one. Okay, so I had got myself in a fucked up situation. I ended up being in an abusive relationship, unwillingly, unknowingly. But who the fuck gets in an abusive relationship willingly and knowingly? But anyway, I decided to leave their relationship in April of 2018. I was done. I was fucking done. I was prepared to live in my car. Now that I think about it, like, that was right around the time I cut off all my hair. And I was done with the relationship, because I felt like I put my child in a position that I never wanted her to be in. So I talked to the person I was with at the time, and they told me they didn't want to break up. They told me they would change, but I know in my mind that if you don't change, I don't give a fuck. I'm done. So he was cool for a couple of months. Then the bullshit came back, and by the time the bullshit came back, I had already checked out. To make a long story short, this incident happened this one particular day, and altercation occurred. And I won't say exactly what happened, but it caused me to lock my door and put a chair behind it, and I let him back the fuck in. And when that happened, it was September the 22nd. And I'm just going to speed this timeline up. September 24th, I got a knock on my door from CPS. After me not opening my door from 2 days after I locked my door, escaping this relationship, because they come knock on my door. Make a long story short, they interviewed me. Make a long story real short, 2 weeks later, October the 8th, my child was removed from my care. And she was removed from my care October the 8th. January the 15th, my mother died. April the 19th, I lost my job. June the 12th, I got evicted from my apartment. All of this happened. So Left a abusive relationship. Child got taken. Mother passed away. Lost job. Got evicted from apartment. All this happened between September and June. 18 to 19. And that's when I didn't have no choice but to go up. And I remember this one particular day, I didn't have a choice. And I remember talking to God and my mama in my bathroom in my old apartment. And God and my mama spoke to me that night. And what they told me to do, I did. And once I did it, I went up. I got evicted from the apartment. I had to go stay with my cousin. I was homeless for 6 months. While homeless, I got two jobs. Two jobs. I stayed with my cousin, saved my money, got an apartment. While doing this, I worked my service plan with CPS, went to the court, went to everything they had me do. I had to go to parenting class. I had to go to counseling. I had a lot of stuff to do, y'all. And it took me a long time to do it because it's not as simple as it seemed. And I did that. And I remember getting frustrated at times and want to give up because I felt like those people didn't want me to get my child back. And at the same time, I felt like they was playing on my intelligence because number one, I never been dumb. They was really playing on me because they was doing fuck shit to the point to where I had to be 2 steps ahead of them at every time. To where the point to where I remember one time, y'all went to court. And this bitch, who ain't even my social worker, I never seen this bitch a day in my life. This hoe stood up in court and was like basically lying on me. But by her being who she was, by me being who I am, the judge took her word over mine until court was adjourned. I went downstairs to my car and got the needed information that I was trying to prove in court, but I couldn't prove because I didn't have the paperwork. Went downstairs to my car, gave the information to my lawyer. The man recessed 2 weeks later and came at the court and I stung on them bitches because they tried to play with me. Hey, y'all, after that, I can't even say after that they didn't play with me. After that, the judge was more prone to what I had to say. I'll say that. But moving on, I worked my program down to the teeth of this shit. I literally went to court. I literally got my apartment on the 4th of December, and them people was in my apartment literally 12 hours later. And let me tell y'all, they wanted me to prove to them that I had that apartment for the last 3 months, and guess what? I motherfucking did it. Sure fucking did. Got my child back earlier than expected. Whatever them bitches wanted me to do to get my motherfucking child back, I did it. I ain't had no choice but to humble myself. My mama had died. I had lost everything. Y'all not about to take the only thing in this world that belongs to me, and that's my fucking child. Got my child back. And y'all, guess what? Even after getting my child back, December, I went to court December the 5th. 4th or 5th, one of them bitches, I forgot. When I went to court, them hoes came to me. CPS came to me and said, after everything I did on my mother, after everything I did, 14 months without my child. This is December 2019. My child was removed October 2018. Them bitches said joint custody, and I gotta pay this nigga child support. Who the fuck? Nope. Decline. My daughter attorney said no. She's going home. Everything she's done, these people gave her high remarks. And then guess what, y'all? On my mama, I found out in May. This was September. I found out in May by talking to the social worker, being indirect, but direct. They were never supposed to take my baby in the first place. And I knew that. The whole. And this is another reason why I'm mad. Because I'm smart as fuck. I knew y'all weren't supposed to take my child, but y'all did. Real shit. But anyway, got the apartment. I went to court. When I went to court and the guardian attorney said, no, she's coming home. Mind you, when I went to court, it was a deposition. It's really tit for tat, back and forth. They come to me with an agreement. I yes or no it and then come back. So that's what the first agreement they came in and the lawyer was like, hell nah. But anyway, so Noonie came home. Even after my child came home, I still had these people in my life for 4 months because it's so crazy because I had to prove to them that I was stable. And I've been stable her whole fucking life, but that one little patch fucked me up. But it's crazy because that's exactly what happened. I've always been stable. As to the point to where I wasn't stable for a little while, and this is what the fuck happened. Baby, when I tell y'all that is the reason why I grind the way I grind, the reason why I work. That's the reason why I work 2 jobs 6 days a week. That's the reason why. Because let me tell y'all something. Even my baby told me. Now, I was different before. I ain't gonna lie. Even though the fat pussy ass punk, that's the reason behind this shit, I don't give a fuck. I forgive him because on a cool, I don't have a choice. But at the same time, that bitch can't utter a word to me. That bitch is literally dead to me. Like, I don't give 3 fucks about that bitch. Because even though he did that shit, that is the reason I'm the bitch I am today. And bitch, you tried to motherfucking play with me. You tried to make me fold because you knew the only thing, bitch, the weakness I have is my child. Can't no bitch fuck with me when it comes to this mother and shit. And that's on my mother. I've been a mother since actually since January the 3rd, 2000. I've been a mother since January the 3rd or 4th, 2005. And that's the day I found out I was pregnant. That's not the day she was born. She was born August 26, 2005. I've been a mother since I found out she was born. Don't play with me when it comes to her. And he tried to get in between it, but I won't even go into details, but I just wanted to share this because this is really my testimony. So me getting my new space in my own name and me being able to do what the fuck I do and be really humble about it is because of God. And I'm just blessed. I love my child. I love my life. I love everything about me. And that's on my mama. And it's crazy because it took me losing my mother for me to start living life.